Hello. I know nobody's in here. I want to see if anybody wants to chat. I'm just taking a walk, so in the freezing weather. I see zero people. It's okay. Anyway, if anybody wants to join, feel free to click the link. I hope you can hear me. I just wanted to see if anybody wanted to talk about the dumpster fire Chantal Terrell, aka Foodie Duty. Sorry, my lips are kind of like freezing. It's kind of cold. So during my walk, they're kind of numb. I hope you can see the comment if anybody wants to join. So anyway, I was just gonna talk about a few things. I have this like weird feeling that this is the last time she's gonna be seen alive in Canada. She is not coming ever back to Canada. If she does come back, unfortunately, it will not be alive. I'm just putting it blunt. There's just no way she can just, you know, throw away everything, go to Kuwait, and hi, Blondie. Can you hear me? Because I have like really bad, like my AirPods. I'm not sure they're even working. I don't know if there's too much background noise. Anyway, so I don't know. I was just coming out to talk, see if anybody wanted to join. Just talking about the usual. Yeah, well, I just got off the street. Now I'm like on a trail. So hopefully. Anyway, so it sounds like she's leaving probably like tomorrow, according to her post. See you in the Middle East making it sound, and she makes snacks, energy snacks, supposedly. Although it wasn't a picture from her kitchen. It was just a generic picture from the recipe. Okay. So I was just yeah, I was just seeing if anybody wanted to come and talk. Anyway, so I have a feeling she's leaving in a couple days. I mean, like tomorrow or the next day at the latest. Definitely leaving the mess, which doesn't affect her because they'll just send a bill to peace. And that's fine. Whatever. I just can't believe somebody just moves out and leaves all their junk. But I mean, I know there's a lot of people that do that. She's moving to Kuwait, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I think she's leaving like tomorrow or the next day at the latest. Um. So okay, so the last time she went for 3 months, right? They explored Kuwait, saw all the kitty museums and shit, which was super boring. But in theory, she was on vacation. He was on vacation with her. But now she's talking about actually moving. That's a lot different. Going to actually move there. Every day is not a vacation. Well, I mean, in her life, every day is a vacation because she has absolutely no obligations whatsoever. Well, she has obligations, but she doesn't fulfill those obligations. So, yeah, just like throwing everything up in the air and moving to Kuwait with a a kid who's 10 years younger than her that obviously wants children, that is obviously not mentally all there, and I don't care, come for me, whatever. He is not mentally all there. I believe, I have a feeling that he was very like sheltered. in life. I don't think he's necessarily like, he doesn't have a plan. It's not like a plan to scam. Like, he didn't write it down or he's not following a script. It's a day by day thing. But yes, he is scamming her one way or another. Yes, he is scamming her. Right now, he's just living off of her money. And I'm sure he's going to try to pull the whole, like transfer the AdSense to his bank account and everything. Because she thinks that she'll get away, that way they can't like garnish her wages or whatever. Because the only person she trusts in the world is her husband that she's known for what, 4 months? So I mean, yeah, the last time she was there, she was literally on vacation. It wasn't a day to day life. It wasn't. His family doesn't know her, and they have no desire to know her. It was just a vacation, but now reality setting in, where she's actually going to go live the most boring life and have a man that looks like her son. She's going to be responsible for taking care of him. No, I don't think so. I don't think so since August. I honestly, she wouldn't have been able to keep her mouth shut. Look at that one guy in Turkey or whatever. Remember, she like met him and they were like gonna get married, and she was acting like a saint for a couple days. Yeah, she's giving up everything. Exactly. And did you see her latest community post where it was just once again, I'm not like, I don't care either way for FFG. I'm not a fan. I'm not it's whatever. Once again, in Chantal's community post, oh, FFG's fake boyfriend. I'd never, a 40-year-old woman having to rely on a man for validation. Who cares if she has a boyfriend or not? What does it matter? What does it matter? She would be like the kind. Well, if Chantal had ever had children, she would have been, the kind of friend where, oh, you're not a real woman because you don't have children. Yeah, he is, but he doesn't know what he's doing. That's the thing. He's just kind of like. I mean, it sounds like he just moved out of his parents' house, well, his dad's house. He's been very sheltered. And yes, he has been very sheltered. He's never left Kuwait. He doesn't even have a passport. He lived in this strict, it's almost like reminds me of like, I mean, from our view, like living in the Western world. Anyway, it kind of reminds me like a Handmaid's Tale kind of a country. He's lived a very sheltered life. He's never had to deal with going out to party, getting drunk. Um, Nothing really. I mean, that Chantal is used to, let's say, growing up, or anybody of his age, in another, in a. I'm not gonna say. I want to say civilized, but it's not that they're not civilized. It's just a different, you know, environment. But yeah, I mean, pretty much Kuwait reminds me of a scene from The Handmaid's Tale, how they live, and just, I mean, what's it called? Like patriarchal, I guess, society. And she thinks she's gonna go there and be a queen, She's just gonna lounge around. And I live in an extremely hot place. I mean, it gets cold in winter, but it gets to 120, and it is hot. I'm used to it now. So I mean, it may not 120, it gets to like 115, 100. Yeah, it gets really, really hot in the summer. But I'm used to it. But I mean, when I first moved here, it was a shock. And I was younger. I never weighed 350 pounds. And she thinks she's just, I mean, seriously, she's just going to sit in the apartment on the couch all day and air conditioning eating, literally. And it's not like, she, I mean, I, I'm not like a big exercise freak or anything, but literally, it's like 3 steps from the couch to the kitchen and 3 steps from the couch to the bedroom. She won't even be walking. She walks more in the villa than she will in Kuwait. Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. 5 layers of black, all black, because that's what she chooses. She chooses to wear all black in the summer. Exactly. Yeah. And sorry, it's really cold in the shade. Sniffling. I don't know. I almost feel like she might not even go. I mean, no, she's gonna go to prove the haters wrong, and she's gonna throw her fake smile, and she has this crazy impression that the healthcare is gonna be free in Kuwait. No, and she still has. I mean, assuming she leaves her AdSense and everything with her Canadian bank account, she's gonna still have to pay taxes. So she thinks she's good. She pretty much thinks, and she's gonna have to pay Salah's rent. So anyway, the story about Salah, 34. Sorry, my nose is running. What, 34? 34 what? So anyway, so Salah's story with the business is Salah's dad lent Murad money to open the business, the Windex business, as I call it. So Salah's dad lent Murad money to open the Windex business. And as part of like the deal, Salah's name was put on the paperwork for the business. But Salah has not had anything ever to do with the business. Murad has already paid back Salah's dad, and Salah's name is still on the paperwork. But as far as income or anything like that, Salah has never had anything to do with it. Oh, it's New York. It's like 40 here. It's like a chilly 40, 42 or something. Um, Hold on. Oops, did I lose you? Give me one sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know, it messed up. I had to see the gate code. I forgot it. So yeah, so that's the story of Salah's business, and I know that for a fact. Um, so yeah, so Salah has never had any income from that business or anything. It was Salah's dad that just lent Murad money, and as part of the deal, Salah was put on the business paperwork, but Salah has nothing to do with the actual business itself. And yeah, and Allah got him that job. They worked for like a couple of days like that until, Fuji told him to quit when she was there. So, yeah, that's the story. Yeah. Yeah, and she did give him all that money. She gave him $9,000. She spent the money before they got there and then transferred money once he was there. That's all true. And Allah is not in on scam of any type. Allah has nothing to do with it. He hates Chantal. He loves Salah as a friend. But he hates Chantal. So, that's the story, pretty much. I don't have so much to say. But I don't like talking to myself. I don't know how people just sit there and, like Rudy, just sit there and talk. And just watch the screen for hours. I mean, believe me, I watch it on YouTube all day, every day. I can't just imagine just walking around doing my everyday life, just just reading screen. And I love when she says, "Oh, I miss your faces," on her chat. I'm like, what faces? Yeah, sorry, my nose is running cold. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say a couple things. I don't know, it's all weird. I mean, when she goes back to Kuwait, I always say to them, I stop watching this shit show, but I mean, honestly, in Kuwait, she was super boring, and I think most people did kind of really stop watching. I really wasn't interested. It was just the same shit. At least we don't have to hear her say babe all the time, unless he's out with his friends. Yeah, it's gonna be super boring. Yeah, pretty much her life is over. She has this delusion that she's gonna be traveling the world. I mean, you're 40 years old almost. You're 39 in a month. You're 400 pounds. You have an enlarged heart. You're, super morbidly obese. You have a history of blood clots. You have a super extreme fatty liver. You have asthma. You have an umbilical hernia. And you're going to go travel the world. Okay, have fun. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't affect me. If 10 years from now they're still together, cool. But we all know that's not going to happen. It's just not. There's just no logical explanation for them to be together for another 10 years. And unfortunately, with her health, I forgot the sleep apnea thing. Also, the sleep apnea. She also had that. So, yeah, she has no idea what. Yeah, there's really no way it could last that long. I mean, do you really see her ever coming? Oh yeah, wind background noise. I know. I'm kind of out of the wind, I think, but once she gets there, do you ever see her coming back to Canada? Alive? I know that sounds morbid, but I just don't. If she doesn't come back like within like the first month, She's never coming back. And I mean, all these delusions about how pretty she is, just everything. It's like incredible that somebody could be so like delusional. You hope she does what? Comes back to Canada? Yeah, I don't wish anything bad for her, but I just don't see this anything. Yes, it is very, very strong with her. I just don't see anything positive coming out of it. I mean, usually, in your early 20s, maybe early 30s, you run off and do this. And when she says plan a future, I'm kind of thinking to myself, what? I don't know. I don't have kids. So, I mean, but I mean, I've been with the same man for 15 years and we just never had kids. I'm 45, never had kids. But I'm just saying, when you say plan a future together, what does that look like in her eyes with him? Like, my future is we bought, we're not married, but we bought a house together. We have traveled together. We built an expensive pool in our backyard. I mean, just little things. But I mean, it's like we've invested money together. But I just don't know what the future holds for a 29-year-old and a 39-year-old when she can't have children and her sole income is YouTube, which could go away at any second of the day. I mean, it could disappear while she's on the plane to Kuwait. I mean, Salah's not going to go work and support her. That's not what he wants. That's what baffles me. He doesn't want to go get a job and have to support her sitting on his couch in Kuwait, bringing her food at 3 o'clock in the morning. Honestly, I mean, she's stupid. Then why doesn't she go out, go apply for a teaching job in Kuwait and be there legitimately? They had, exactly. Not grapes, nasties, but yes. I mean, honestly, he's not going to go get a job. That's her delusion that she thinks he loves her so much that even if she did lose her YouTube and she's completely broke, that he loves her so much that he would, of course, go out and get a job and while she sat on the couch eating all day and all night. That's the only future I can see. Because the thing, I mean, it's not like she's rich. It's not like she has some other form of income. She has no job prospect. She has absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, no, exactly. She's gonna be doing more and more, and he's gonna make. I think it almost feels like he's gonna try to make sure that she doesn't get banned off YouTube because her money is his money. I mean, she started saying that like right when she got to Kuwait. Our finances as a, I mean, God, you knew the guy for like 2 weeks before you went there and supposedly quote unquote married him, and it's yeah. I mean, and I thought he was good looking before I met him. I mean, before he talked, before he showed his true colors. But I mean, I don't know. There's just certain people. Well, and sometimes I think, maybe honestly, I think she is the best he could get, because no other. There's very few women in this world. I mean, as far as he has no desire to live in Kuwait. He wants to go to Canada. Point blank. Period. That's it. That's all that he cares about. Um, she just refuses to see that. But anyway, he is such a weirdo. Just weird. Just completely antisocial. Just completely weird. I'm sure that she is the best he could get. He's tried us on a few other women, I'm sure, and his goofy shit just doesn't just thing does a love scammer, honestly. So yeah, no, honestly, she's the best he could get as far as the scamming thing. He was good looking. Now all I see is those goofy eyes and wonky eyebrows. She's the only one that, I mean, I'm sure there are other women, but very few that could fall for that nonsense. Like the first day that you meet them and they want to marry you. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, it's because I'm so pretty. Of course he wants to marry me. Bye, people. Bye, Canada. I'm going to Kuwait now." Any other woman would have known, no, there's something weird going on. So, yeah, honestly, she is the best you can get. So, all right, I'm almost home, so I'm going to end this live. Thank you, Bonnie, for talking. Talk to you later. Bye.